Legendary. Quick take, Stephen A. Are you concerned about your Knicks as they have lost 5 of their last 6 games heading into the All-Star break, and they'd been on quite a tear?
Not at all. Not at all. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell y'all something. Everybody just relax. Just calm down. Mid bag of shells. We're going to be all right. Orange and blue skies, baby. Orange and blue skies. Look at the New York Knicks situation right now. Out Julius Randle. Out Mitchell Robinson. Out OG Anunoby. They don't have anybody playing right now. I'm just looking at some of these numbers right here, right? Dante DiVincenzo, Hartenstein, and even newcomer Bogdanovic, none of them played last night either. I mean, damn, you only had 4 of your 10 players available to you. Poor Brunson, Jalen Brunson out there by himself. I'm not concerned, and I'm telling you why I'm not concerned. My biggest concern is that they were all healthy, and Tom Thibodeau will run them into the ground because nobody prioritizes game after game after game during the regular season than him. He'd run them ragged, and by the time the playoffs arrived, their legs would be lost. I don't have to worry about that right now. They are getting their legs rested. I mean, you got Julius with a shoulder injury, okay? I'm looking at that, and I'm saying OG's going to be all right. Mitchell Robinson has been out for months. You imagine the fresh legs that are going to be available for the New York Knicks when they come back. They might get to get their win together, but those legs are going to be spry, and that's all I'm concerned about. I got one slight, this is the major concern. Right now, you're the 4th seed, so you play Boston in the 2nd round. I'd be concerned, obviously, about that. But as long as they can find a way to avoid Boston for the 2nd round, I think my Knicks have got a shot to be in the conference finals. Mid-back shells, baby. Get your rest, stay there, and damn it, if you're ready to go today, take off the weekend. It's All-Star weekend anyway. Go to Cabo, get some rest, get a massage, you know what I'm saying, do what you got to do, and we'll be all right.
Hey,
I'm not worried about it at all. New York Knicks, baby.
Monica,
New York Knicks.
You cover this team. What are you seeing?
I think Stephen A. is right about the injuries, and you have to keep that in mind as they navigate. But even through that, there's been some quality minutes for some guys that you're going to need as the team makes a push, hopefully, to the Eastern Conference Finals, if not beyond.
Wendy? All right. Wendy, you're getting in on the Celtics. I'm coming to you. The NBA leading Boston Celtics routed the Nets 136-86 on Wednesday night for their 6th straight win, tied with the Mavs for the longest active winning streak. It was the final game for both teams prior to the All-Star break. Last night was the Celtics' 2nd win by 50 or more points this season, making them just the 3rd team in NBA history with multiple 50-point wins in a season, joining the 92-93 Kings, 78-79 Bucks. Okay, Wendy, I lied. I'm actually going to Stephen A. first, but you could be first to counterpunch, okay, Wendy? And your hair looks amazing. I don't know who did it today out there.
And yours too, Molly.
In LA. Does it? Thank you.
Oh,
Appreciate
Lord,
it.
please don't tell her that. Please don't tell her that. Keep those thoughts to yourself.
Stop it, Stephen A.
Please don't tell her that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Stephen A., I'm surprised you're even awake. All right, tell me this. Where do you have Jayson Tatum, SA, right now in the MVP race?
Wendy! Eminem! I got Jayson Tatum as the leading candidate for league MVP.
I knew you was going to say this.
Now that Joel Embiid is out. I'm sorry. Does winning matter? Does being the best player on the best team matter? I'd say it does. I'm looking at a brother that was averaging 30 last year, 6th in the NBA. He's now averaging 27. I got some of the numbers here right now, okay? Tatum is one of 4 players averaging 27 and 8 along with Embiid, Luka, and Giannis, okay? We know Philadelphia, Milwaukee, and Dallas ain't what Boston is. They've got the best record in basketball. They've got a 6-game cushion in the Eastern Conference. Jayson Tatum even has a teammate that's getting paid more than him at $300 million in Jaylen Brown, okay? This man, Jayson Tatum, oh, by the way, in case you want to look, career high 56% on 2-point shots, okay? The brother is something special. 6'9", can take you outside, can take you inside, can post you up, can face the basket and pull up, can hit your threes, he can hit free throws. The brother is a juggernaut. He is the best player on the Boston Celtics. He is the best player on the best team in the NBA. And I'm saying we ain't going to ignore this brother any longer. Right now, with Joel Embiid, when he was playing, it was him. But now that he's out, for the foreseeable future, therefore ineligible for a league MVP award, the leading candidate for league MVP should be the one and only Jayson Tatum for the Boston Celtics.
Well, you say he should be, but Stephen A., he is not. And before I even say this, I just want to point out, I am a big believer in Jayson Tatum. I can close my eyes and see him holding the Larry O'Brien trophy in one hand and holding the Bill Russell trophy in the other. I believe he has the talent and ability to accomplish everything in the NBA. But the voters are unmoved by him. And I'm not just projecting that. Tim Bontemps' MVP poll came out 2 days ago, okay? That is with 100 likely voters. And he was in 6th place in that poll. And Stephen A., he was in 6th place when Tim did the first poll in December. They are unmoved. Now, you asked me why is that the case? I suspect, even though it's not supposed to be this way, even though we're supposed to judge the MVP on this season, and he is doing exactly what you want, which is being a team player, stepping back a little bit to allow his talented teammates to thrive, and also playing great defense on a great team. I think the voters carry over scar tissue of what happened to him the last couple of playoffs. They will remember the less than stellar finals he had 2 years ago, including the Game 6, where they were on their home court and got eliminated and he had a bad game. They will remember his poor Game 7 against the Miami Heat last year. For some reason, he doesn't get the credit for the 51-point game he had against the Sixers in that Game 7.
Riddle me this.
Yep.
Riddle me this. How does he get it held against him, but Embiid didn't get it held against him with Philadelphia wetting the bed in the semifinals yet again?
Because he scored 70, bro. What?
I'm talking about last year.
I will say this. He has very good upward mobility. Some of the people in front of him have faltered a little bit, and the Celtics have a ton of very high-profile games coming. He has a runway to do it, Stephen A., but he is fighting a little bit, fair or not, of what's happened the last couple of years.
Rightly or wrongly, also too, Stephen A., MVP is sort of this collection of moments, right? Unfortunately, Jayson Tatum shouldn't be punished for the past 2 seasons, but when you think of the year that Joel Embiid was having, he had done these historic things like the 70-point game that just had people's eyes popping out of their heads. I actually think that Jayson gets penalized a little bit more for the team around him. And frankly, the Celtics have been so good so far this year that it hasn't been as much a part of the conversation, and maybe that's partly our fault as well. But I actually think he gets a little bit penalized for playing alongside Jaylen Brown.
I got to hit the top of the hour. 30 seconds, S.A.
It is our fault. We need to do a better job of calling it like it is. He deserves to be a leading candidate for league MVP honors. And oh, by the way, the only argument that I want to hear against him is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I don't want to hear about no Giannis the way Milwaukee has looked. I don't want to hear about Luka the way Dallas has looked at times. I don't want to hear about Jokic and the Denver Nuggets are the 4th seed in the Western Conference. I get it.